Hey, this is Chad, and I'm going to show you how to fish. There are so many ways to rig soft plastics that it's hard to tell which one to use. But one of my favorites, and one of the most productive around the world, is the Texas rig. You can get good hook sets, you can work the bait in many different ways, and you rarely ever get snagged. So today, I'm going to show you how to use the Texas rig.
Nice!
Yes!
Right.
24-inch buzz.
Well, I was standing in that river with water to my knees, see shadow moving in a pool beneath those trees, staying near till the sun goes down, even if I freeze, fishing, living, feeling free. I can't imagine what it's like, never know the feel, casting lines, setting hooks, and fighting with your reel. If I can do this till I die, then Lord, you've got a deal. Fishing, living, feeling free. The eagle flies, I hear his cry, my brother in the air. Two of us are drifting down along the Delaware. Tie that binds us is that fishing hole we share. Fishing, living, feeling free.
The Texas rig is a great, well-known rig that I love to use whenever I go fishing. It can be fished at any depth and in any environment. The key thing about the Texas rig is that the hook is buried inside the soft plastic, which causes it to be able to be worked through weeds, on rocks, and around wood and never get snagged. It's a very well-known bait, a very effective bait, and even pros like Roland Martin and Kevin Van Dam love it.
Let me show you how to set this up. It's real simple. All we got, nice sliding weight and a standard Texas rig hook. These look fancy, but you can buy these at almost any fishing rental store. And this is a Strike King Game Hog. Great bait for the Texas rig. All we're doing, putting the bait in about 1/4 inch through the nose. Slide the nose down and push it up through the thing. So it's sitting right like that. Then take the bait, scrunch it up, and push the hook through. So it's through the back. And then, after you do that, push the bait up and put the hook through. So you got a nice little weed guard. That's basically it. You can drag this bait across the bottom and it won't get snagged because of the weed guard. You can fish it fast on top. You don't even need the weight. You can actually just let it float real nicely. It's a really versatile bait, and I highly recommend it.
When I use the Texas rig, I normally try to make it look like a crawdad, worm, or a frog. My favorite bait to use when imitating a frog is the Stan Lee ribbit frog. It can be fished topwater, subsurface, or on the bottom, and it looks almost identical to a frog. My favorite bait to use when I try to imitate a crawdad is the Strike King rodent. It looks so much like a crawdad when it's dragged across the bottom. My favorite bait to use when I'm trying to imitate a worm is the Robo Worm 6-inch straight tail. That bait can be fished in many different ways and looks so much like a worm. In my first ever bass tournament, I used this worm and placed 4th place only because of it. But when I want to make a bait look like just about anything, I use the Strike King Game Hog. It can look like a crawdad, worm, frog, or even a bait fish. It can be fished many different ways. It has such great scent, and other than the Robo Worm 6-inch straight tail, it is my favorite bait to use on the Texas rig.
Alright, let me show you how we're working this bait. This is a Strike King Ocho. It's a lot like the Strike King Game Hog, just 9 little paddles. And it's a little bit longer. This one's about 5 inches. The Game Hog's about 4. They're both really good baits, though. Let me show you how we're working both these baits. All we're doing is just give it a nice long cast. Let it sink to the bottom. Once it hits the bottom, we just give it a dunk, 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 and pause. Dunk, 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 and pause. hit, the bait's just moving barely, just like ticking along, and then during that pause a lot of times you'll pick up a fish. These Strike King lures have a signature coffee scent, and it seems to be working well, but I'm not sure if we're going to catch any more today because we just had a big rain gust blow in. My shirt's soaked, the camera almost got ruined, but the sun poked out, so we're going to keep fishing. Real simple. In fact, this guy right here, his name's John. He has gone fishing one other time before and never caught a fish. Today he's already caught 5, and he's doing real well, so hopefully you can realize that you don't have to be a genius at fishing to be able to have fun and fish like this. Some people think that in my shows I try and show big game fishermen how to be bigger game fishermen. That's not true. I try and show amateur fishermen how to become good fishermen. And that's what I want. I want little kids to learn how to fish so they can have a fun time and really enjoy this sport. Because, that was a bite, because it really is a fun sport. When you hook into a fish, you get the adrenaline rush. So John right here has experience. He's having a great time. This is only his second time out. His first time was when he was 8. If you ever want to become a good fisherman, this is how you do it. But back to the Texas rig. That dunk, and scent on this soft plastic triggers a lot of bites. There's one right there. That one. Oh! Got off. Oh well.
Those of you I am not completely feeling.
Fish.
Come on. I think it may be your big one.
So, it's a decent one. Not the big one, but that's a good size. Caught him on the Texas rig game hog. It's a great fish. Almost missed him though because I had a too fast a reaction time. You gotta wait for these fish to get the bait in their mouth before you strike. Slow reaction time is key. If I didn't, I wouldn't have caught this bad boy. Alright, catch you later, big boy. Nice little fish.
Well, I was standing in that river with water to my knees. See shadow moving in a pool beneath those trees. Staying near till the sun goes down, even if I freeze. Fishing, living, feeling free. I can't imagine what it's like, never know the feel. Casting lines, setting hooks, and fighting with the reel. If I can do this till I die, then Lord, you've got a deal. Fishing, living, feeling free. The eagle flies, I hear his cry, my brother in the air. 2 of us are drifting down along the Delaware. Tie that binds us is that fishing hole we share. Fishing, living, feeling free.
Right there, the camera ran out of battery, but we kept fishing and had a great day. We caught 5 4 to 5 pound fish and at least a dozen 1 to 2 pound fish. All thanks to the Texas rig. It can catch everything from 5 pound bass to 1 pound bass to John's first ever fish.